Hello and welcome. My name is Ajaxpost and we're back here in Microbrewery Tycoon to carry on from where we left off in the first episode, where I had achieved my first set of objectives in the campaign mode, where I had completed 5 standard contracts to get my beer sold. So that went quite well. Now I've got a much more demanding objective for this episode, as you may have seen at the end of the previous one. But before we actually get into the game, we have had another update from Slava, who has fixed and improved and massaged a few things, as you like to do in early access, of course. One of which was you can actually see it right here, right now. No, I'm not going to start singing. You really do not want me to do that. We now have a couple of new options in the game settings. So if I go in here, we can now choose which font style we want to use. Either the original default sort of chalkboard kind of look, which is what we saw here. Yeah, which is fine, it works, but it can be a little difficult to read on the more detailed panels that you get, either for dialogue boxes or the help screens, the Beeropedia, for example. So I think actually this font is much easier for me to read and so on. We also have windowed mode, which I don't think was in the last update. So I think that is new. I'm playing full screen. I always play full screen because that's the kind of brewer I am. So what we're going to do is we're going to carry on straight back into the game. And here we are, we're back in our city of Boozyville. Now, I don't know, I was in conversation the other day with one of my other creator buddies, Just Roscoe, who's had a play around and look at the game. And we were talking about what we hope for the game. And one of those was, are there going to be more cities and towns, more landscapes to fill with quality beer? Now, the campaign suggests there might be more than one. We have got this town of Boozyville. Hopefully, there will be more towns, maybe even dynamic towns coming along. Certainly, the early access wish list for the game from Slava, the developer, is to add more scenarios, more events and so on, which should make the game even more interesting and add to the long-term playability of the game. So let's get this here. We have got our car. There are a couple of other updates which I'll notice, which I'll hopefully notice. Hopefully I'll notice them and mention those as we go through the game. So what we've got at the moment, if we go into our management tab, yeah, you can see this is that much easier to read than the chalkboard. And this, I'm not sure it's the best font in the world, but you know, it's slightly easier on the eye and comprehension than the chalkboard, which actually does remind me there's something else I want to change in the settings. That's the name of my brewery. It defaulted back to lowercase Ajax Ales. Can't be having that. No, absolutely not. So that's what we are going to be called. I don't think you actually see that anywhere, not at this stage of the game anyway. So we have these contracts. So if I wanted to go into which number is it? No, it's there. Okay. So we have contracts outstanding for Beer Station, which is our little beer shop over here. Now, they tend not to give us any sort of bonus on top of the standard purchase price. So you're not making any extra profit by selling to them, which is okay. I mean, hopefully our costs are such that we don't need to worry too much about making the basic profit level. Also the Dancing Pony, which is our pub, which is I can't move these boxes. I like to be able to move dialogue boxes, but I can't if I get rid of that. Yeah, so there's Dancing Pub. That's our pub. We've got a quest for the Dancing Pony in addition to those contracts. If I go back here, there we are. Yeah. So we have a quest for the Dancing Pony without reducing the quality. So we have to provide 1,500 pints. I think that's the measure we're using, isn't it? Pints of beer. Well, it should be, yes. 1,500 pints of beer, no lower than 50 quality. So basically average and above, which is a thing I wasn't paying too much attention to until I started sort of playing on. I've actually played on a fair amount from this stage already, because the first time I did it, I failed miserably. But I think I've worked out how to at least move beyond our current contracts without going bust, without going bankrupt. What this will do, it will actually improve our relationship considerably with the Dancing Pony, which is currently only 6. The Beer Station, is that a bit better? That's 14. Yeah, we don't have a quest with them. And why do I care about the relationship with these places? Because that's our objective. Our next objective is to sign 2 contracts for a permanent supply. And to achieve that, to get a permanent supply contract with the business, we need a relationship level of at least 85. That's a long way away. Does this tell me anything about this? Types of contracts, quests, selection, no. Contracts, types of contracts. Yes, here it is. So yes, customers will be ready to conduct a permanent contract with you with a relationship of at least 85. Something else to bear in mind here is the expiration date of beer. So far I've been managing to keep my beer fresh. So as soon as it comes out of fermentation and storage, it goes straight out the door to the customer. So they get it fresh as. But as it says here, if the expiry date of the beer is coming close, the price will drop by as much as 90% if it expires in the following day. So we've got to get the beer out quickly, basically. The other thing it mentions here is a deadline on a contract. So we have one other contract here with Jason Forrest, and they supply a beer with a good, healthy sort of dark colour of 19 to 39. We need to get 300 pints of that delivered. Now, Jason is only paying 3% on top of the standard purchase price, which is better than nothing, but it does have a deadline of 20 days, so we need to make sure we get that out the door as soon as we can and get that closed off. This is one of the changes that has been made in the latest update to the game. When I was last playing this, I didn't manage to meet that contract deadline. The contract expired, and I was charged a penalty of minus an infinite number of dollars. So yeah, I was basically bankrupt, beyond bankrupt. I owed the world billions of dollars, infinite amounts of dollars. That's been fixed. So you don't go immediately bankrupt if you fail to meet a deadline. I'm not quite sure what the penalty is, but we're not going to do that. We're going to fix this. So I need to make sure that I can supply that amount of beer to Jason. Now the slight issue we have here is that I do have beer scheduled to go to Jason, as you can see here, which is amber ale, which fits within that colour requirement. 27 there. That is 27. That's 27. That's 27. And is there another one? I thought there was 3. No, there's just the 2 there. Okay. But the thing is, the beer can change colour as it goes through fermentation and through the brewing process. So we need to make sure that we supply enough of that colour. Now, what I didn't do previously was change the delivery point or the customer for this other beer. So what I can do here is just to make sure I meet Jason's requirement and don't get that deadline penalty, is I can redirect any beer that I'm sending, say, to the beer station to Jason if it fits within it, like this one does. Yeah, this is 32. That's at the higher end of his colour requirement, so I can send that to Jason. That's good. The wheat beer here, the American wheat beer, that's far too pale. This one, that's a bit close actually. I think that might be all right. We'll send that one. Okay, so I want to make sure that I am sending enough dark beer off to our friend Jason so that I can complete that contract. So the other thing, talking about that bonus on top of the basic purchase price, is you need to find, I think, customers who will pay more. So Maxi won't. Look, there's been more of these warning notices added to the game. Beer has no destination, which is presumably... Oh, this beer here. You see that beer's gone above the colour that Jason wanted. So it's not going to go to him after all. So that can go to the beer station. Yeah, but they're happy to take that. So we'll carry on playing. Whereas this supermarket here does give me a bonus on top of the purchase price. So I think I might prefer to send beer to this supermarket as opposed to the Maxi over here. But do we have any of that? So this brew here. What colour are you? You're not quite right yet. We'll carry on. We'll send you to there. Keep going. Now, actually, do Maxi want anything? The thing, I can pick these contracts up and there's no deadline on them. I don't have to meet them in any time frame. So I can take my time. I can send them anything that I can't send to anyone else. So 16% above, I'm okay with that. What are we actually brewing here? We have got the wheat beer. Where's that going? That's going to the Dancing Pony. How's that contract doing, actually? We're coming close to finishing that. So I think what I'll do is I will change. I think I better understand how this brewing schedule works now. I didn't really understand it last time. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to add in a new brewing schedule. And we're going to try and brew a beer which will meet Jason's needs for a dark beer. That takes too long to brew. I mean, the amber beer should work. See, that can go up to 44. Okay, we'll try a couple more of these. Okay, so we'll try that. And we're going to... what are we going to do here? We're going to go 57. There's a quality there. And 57 there. You're fair enough, I think. 3-star. And the yeast, I think you're a good bet. Yeah, 60 quality, that's fine. And we'll send you off to Jason. Hopefully, I've got 17 days left and I've still not delivered any beer to him. So, okay, so that's our beer schedule. So what I do here, I think, is if I say that one single mode, can I actually, no, can I? Doesn't tell me what mode I'm... Oh, I can't change it because the warehouse is full. I guess a little feature of the game I don't like, that if your warehouse is full, then you can't change the brewing process. You can't change how often it brews something. Right. Okay. So we're brewing again. So let's change this. So I want you to be not infinite, but to do that once, and then we'll change that to infinite. So what it'll do is it'll brew this wheat beer and then switch to the dark beer, which is what a schedule should do. So I don't know why I didn't understand it when I first saw it last time. Right, so they're running again. Oh, the Dancing Pony contract has finished. We've got another one here. Ooh. You're wanting a particular type of beer colour, 4 to 24. Okay, I'll accept that. Again, they give me a nice bump up in the purchase price. I'll accept that. Now, can any of these beers I've got here meet that? No. What about you? You can go to the Dancing Pony. Now the thing here is the quality of the beer needs to be quite good for the Dancing Pony because we have that quest still to complete. In fact, how are we doing on that quest? We've only got 200 pints to deliver. That's fine. Okay. Now this is the warning message. This is one thing that, again, I noticed. The trouble is the warning messages disappear. I'd rather that there was a way of holding on to them. If you see it, there's a message there saying a particular order is not in any car's transportation list. So we need to go here. So you are getting reminded now that you need to actually put your contracts into a transport option. And it looks like we're going to run out of time on Jason's beer demand. Oh, heck. Right, what do we have? Do we have anything here? No. You can't go to Jason. You're too pale, I think, for Jason. Yeah. And you likewise are too pale. Dancing Pony, you're good quality still. Yeah, 66. What have we got in the brewing process? You can't go there. I will send you in. We'll send you. And you can go to the supermarket, and you can go there. again, you're not the right colour yet. Now, the quality of your beer is going to be affected by a number of things, i.e. how close it is to expiration, but also the quality of your equipment. Now, I didn't pay much attention to this in the previous episode, and I kind of looked, what do these numbers mean? This is the quality bonus. And I believe that is to do with how old your equipment is, because it wears out over time. So as you can see here on my first production line, my equipment is running at 8.8% of wear and tear. Hey, I've achieved that. Excellent. So I've got the quest done. So my relations with the Dancing Pony pub have increased by 40, and their purchase price, they're now going to add a 10% bonus on top of my standard pricing. Excellent. I like that. And the second production line again is wearing out. That's 7.2. So that affects the quality. So if you're looking to supply someone like the Dancing Pony for that quest, then you'll need to make sure that your equipment is up to the mark, so you don't suffer those penalties for supplying below standard beer. Right, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to carry on running this. Hopefully, we'll get to complete Jason's quest. Oh, we've supplied something to him. Excellent. Right, so the purchase price has gone up by 14%. Oh, I thought it was less than that before. Maybe I'm going mad, or maybe it is changing over time. Who knows? So we shall see. Right, I'll roll this forward a bit until something exciting, interesting happens, like we complete or we miss that deadline for Jason Forrest. I think we're just about to complete my first specialist contract, which is what I've started calling them, special contracts for individuals or parties or whatever. Hopefully we'll see more of these as we come up, and we can see what the bonuses of them are. So this, with 200 pints already delivered out of 300. One of my last batches of amber beer stayed within the colour requirement, the colour boundaries that Jason requires for his whatever it is he's drinking them for. Yeah, so we're selling that. That'll be 100, and that should complete that contract, which will be lovely, which means I've got all this other dark and amber beer which was going to go to him, but I can obviously now find another customer for that. So let's see how this goes on. I've got a new contract in the city. It'd be nice if we could click that and it takes us to it. But can we actually see what's in the car? I don't think we can. Oh, we can. Yeah. Oh, and here, yeah, actually on the beer, I don't think I noticed this before. You can see the production cost, and if it's got a seller, if it's got a customer rather, because you're the seller, it'll tell you what the price paid will be. So yeah, the sale price there is 330, which is a nice profit, I think, on that. Yeah, hopefully that covers my costs. So that's delivered there. So that contract for best choice has been supplied. And yes, Jason Forrest contract is fulfilled. Awesome. And we saw a notice a moment ago that there is a new contract in the city. Which one of these will it be? Might be you. Yeah, I don't have much time to... Oh, now this is profit. Okay, they just want a style. They're not concerned about any characteristics of the beer. Can I do this within 17 days and get a 74% bonus on top of the standard purchase price? Okay, what do I have here? That's amber beer. We can't send that to anywhere apart from there. Am I producing wheat beer at the moment? I am. Okay, let's we'll change this as well now. Actually, we'll change that to a wheat beer. Quality isn't. No, I don't want to do that. We're not worried too much about quality at the moment for this, so I just need to. In fact, if I go down quality on here, so there we are. Not worried too much about this. 13.13 for. I don't know. Is that per pint? Presumably, possibly. And the yeast, 36, that's fine. And oh, I'd need to accept that contract, don't I? That was there. I'll accept that. And if I come back in here, no, it's to my brewing line, my production line, Michael Wild. And he will go wild with 500 pints of my fabulous wheat beer, which is all I'm brewing at the moment, which is fine. Actually, what's my What's my quality at the moment like for this? Quality 70. Okay, yeah, we're doing okay. 50, ooh, 54. That's not so good. All right, hopefully the quality might improve over time. I don't know. We need somewhere to sell this dark and amber beer. Our best choice. They give us a bonus on the sale price as well, so we can send that in. Like I said, I've scheduled 500 pints, which means I've already sort of assigned 500 pints worth of production to them, but we'll put another one on there just in case, just to get it through, because there's obviously one as well down there with the supermarket symbol. Now, do Dancing Pony want any more? Because we now get it. There's my relationship, 52. Wheat and fruity. Colour, I always have trouble, because I don't know if what affects, well, I know what affects the colour, but in terms of the game, I'm not quite sure what you can do to guarantee colour within a certain range. I mean, beer is an organic product. There will be variations along the way. But I don't know what we can do in game to affect that. Maybe that's something we learn later in the game. Who knows? But I think this one, wheat and fruity, we can do that. Again, nice 28% increment on our standard sale price. The only thing there is I need to make sure it's reasonably good quality, so I can improve my relationship here. Actually, hopefully we'll spot some of that as we go through. Is any of this? No. I need another sale location for my dark and amber beers, actually. Best choice, what do you want? You don't have any requirements at all. Well, you give me a 28% increment as well, straight off the bat, and I've only got a relationship of 5 with you. Okay, that's cool. Now remember to add those to your car's transportation list. Okay, your delivery list for your driver, who is me. Yeah, we're done. Oh, we need to organise. So what have we got here? We can send you to best choice, the very best choice, and the very best choice there. Lovely. Right, and again, I'll roll forward until something interesting and dramatic happens. But before I do that, a quick look. Can we see our statistics here? Over time, we're not making a huge amount of money. We're losing a lot. But in the last 30 days, we're in profit. Yeah, we're not too bad, actually. Looks like we're all right. Oh, okay. So we've met one of Best Choice Supermarket's contract requirement. Again, I'll just carry on. I'll roll forward a bit until we get to our next interesting stage in this game. Well, once again, it looks like we are close to completing one of our special contracts for Michael Wild. We've already delivered 400 out of those 500. And we've done it. Excellent. Michael Wild contract is fulfilled. Splendid. And we're doing quite well in terms of profit, actually, if I remember which page it was. Yeah, here we go. Which period am I looking at here? It doesn't really tell me, does it? Okay. We're doing quite well. I mean, over all time, we have lost over $3,000. But in the last 30 days, we're in profit, which is excellent. I think the trick here really is finding those contracts which give you that increment in profit on the purchase price, like here the Best Choice Supermarket does. Now what I want to do, because we now have got a lot of beer we can't sell to anybody, we need to start shipping some of this stuff to other customers, other contracts. So this is quite good quality, actually. So you can go to Dancing Pony. Actually, oh, you're both colour. Really? A wheat beer? Is that dark enough a colour? So it is. Okay, well, I'll take you. No, we'll take you. Because colour is one of those variables which, as we said before, is difficult to judge. Oh, and likewise on this one, the wheat beer is within that colour range. Oh, impressive. Maybe it's one of those hazy wheat beers. Yeah, unfiltered. Then I like those. Of all the wheat beers, I think I prefer I'm talking German wheat beers here in particular. Those are the ones I do tend to prefer. Yeah. Yeah, we'll send all these out to these people. Well, that's our other... Yeah, you might meet that. You... Hang on, let's pause this for a second. It's trying to keep up with this. Because it isn't going terribly fast, but yeah, I don't play fast in games, as you may recall if you've seen my other videos. So me trying to keep track of what's going on, particularly when there's all these choices to make, because things change. It's quite a dynamic game in that sense, which is nice. I've scheduled 200 pints already on that contract. Let's put another one in there. You're outside the colour requirement. But okay, we'll put you in. You might get into that colour requirement, so yeah, we'll put you in. You're outside of it. And yeah, that's good. Now, did I see another new contract come up anywhere? There's you. Oh, you're 36. Now, you are wheat or fruity. Now, you are quite a good contract. 10 days. Oh, that's tight. But I think we could do that. Does it tell me how long that's going to take to ferment? 2, isn't it? It only takes 7 days in all, so we should be all right. So we could, because that's even a better deal than... The trouble is I'm conflicted here, because that's a good price, so that would be good for my profit, my bottom line, but I need to get my relationship up with the Dancing Pony up above 85 to actually achieve the objectives in this scenario. And if I miss them and I've only got 4 days to do it in, perhaps I'm simply not going to achieve that. I don't know how it is possible to achieve that. If you've played this game and can tell me how you can get a permanent supply contract within the 20 odd days, whatever it was the original timetable was, I'd love to know. But I think if I miss silver, I will lose the game, unfortunately, which is blinking annoying. I don't like losing, which is why I don't like scenario-based games like this, to be honest. I'd much rather have a sort of open-ended game. Actually, okay, we're going to go for profit, seeing as we're not going to meet that 4 days for the silver. So we'll accept you. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to retarget this wheat beer. Okay, we'll retarget that wheat beer to food trucks. What about this other beer? You might not make it, so we'll send you to food trucks. We'll send you to food trucks as well. You're still quite pale, so we'll send you to food trucks. We'll send you to food trucks. How many have I got scheduled on that so far? Scheduled 500. Okay, so we should be able to meet that contract within the 10 days, whatever it was I was given. Okay, just need to make sure they're on the car transportation list. There you go. And see how we do. So we'll roll up to 4 days have gone, and we'll see if how successful or not I am. See if the game does tell me I've lost and boots me out. Now, you may have noticed on there, so I should do it while it's on screen. When you deliver something, you get the price that was paid. So you get that money, that income figure as well, but also a plus and a number, a very simple number, usually 1 digit, to tell you how much your relationship has improved or not. So I think on that last delivery to the Dancing Pony, yeah, we had a +1 in green. So my relationship has gone up by 1 point to 53. More often than not, I've seen that go up by 0. So no benefit to my relationship at all. I'm assuming, I may be wrong, I'm assuming that is because my beer wasn't of the requisite quality. To deal with that, of course, I could replace my equipment. So shall I try that actually? So this will probably be one of the last things we do in this episode. I've got enough money and I've got 5.5 grand, so I'm actually doing quite well, as we saw a moment ago. So we'll change that, we'll buy some new equipment. So the wear and tear on that is now 0 as opposed to 16. So we'll buy a new one of those. And as you can see, my quality bonus is getting less of a negative. So there, and now it's a positive. So that should be good for Dancing Pony brews. There you go. And I can make some money back on my unused equipment. I can either keep this in storage to use it for any really cheap beers I want to ship out, but I'm not going to. I'm going to get rid of that. I'm going to sell it. It'd be nice if it told me how much I would get for it. It says price 120 there, but I don't get that 120 at the end of this sale. Not quite, no. Again, your 120. No, it's a bit less. It's a bit less. But at least it's some income anyway. Okay, cool. Oh, you're going nowhere. You could go to food trucks. There you go. I don't know why I missed that one. Oh, it's possible. Yeah, the colour dipped down below the 11 that the Dancing Pony requires. So that was taken off that delivery because it didn't meet their requirement. So you do need to keep an eye on these pages. But then it does tell you down here, there is a warning saying beer has no destination. So you're good for that. Okay. The quality of that is 53. Okay. That's much better. So we can send that to Dancing Pony. And your quality, 60. Should be alright. Okay, we'll send that to the Dancing Pony. And we have enough schedule to meet Michael Wilde's requirement. Yep, that's that. You see the +0 there? Because we don't get reputation points with these specialist contracts. Oh, and the Maxi sub contract has been completed. So we need another supplier of all our other amber beer. Which takes me actually to a point I hadn't realised, but I noticed something was going on. You may notice in my production line, oh, that's the wrong one, that's the production line. I have got here 2 wheat beer production lines, but I'm still getting amber beer produced. And that's because my schedule includes both for an infinite number of brews. So it will alternate between these two. I hadn't realised it was doing that. Honestly, I really should pay attention. So that's what that's doing. So yes, that's quite nice. So if you've got 2 contracts you want to meet, then that is really cool. So can I send this to anyone? Not the Dancing Pony. I could send it to food trucks. But we're not going to, actually that won't do us much good because we'll fulfill their order in a minute. Best choice. Do you have anything? You don't have any particular. Oh, you do. Maxi. Don't have any requirement for anything. Okay, I get no extra bonus on the purchase price, but at least I can sell this beer. So let's go here. Go to the wart. So I can sell you to Maxi. I can send you to Maxi. And you can go to Maxi as well. And on the production line, I can change this so that goes to Maxi for the time being. We've not completed that contract yet. Oh, we're 1 away. Yeah, we should be fine for that. But our objectives, 0 days. Does this... Oh, yeah. The contract is not included in the transportation schedule of all cars. Good. So so again, thank you to Slava for spotting that comment that I made on the Steam forums and adding that reminder. Because I always forget these little parts of a process. It's just the way my vague thinking works. So we've completed that. Awesome. So we now have somewhere we need to sell this beer to. So what quality are you? You're quite good quality. Can I send you to Dancing Pony? Okay, we're scheduling a lot to the Dancing Pony of this wheat beer. I don't have any more demands. That's annoying. Oh, actually, you wanted wheat, didn't you? Yeah, you do. And you'll give me a increment, a bonus. So I'll send that off there. So all this wheat beer, go to production. That should be my schedule. Yeah, we can send that off to best choice. That's splendid. And this wort here. Anything here? Oh yeah, send you off there. Okay, but I do need to add it to my car's transportation list. Thank you. Well, we have as yet. Let's see, do I get a boat? Actually, let's see what's on this. So that is 45. That's 64. Okay, are they both going to go to the dancing pony? Let's see what happens. Yeah, they both went, and I got no increase in my relationship level with them. Darn it. The encyclopedia does warn you about not supplying poor quality beer to your important customers. But there you are. Ooh, that's a nice bonus, but no, we're not going to do that. Well, I think what we'll do, we'll end this episode here. And we've learned some new things. I don't know about you, but I've learned some new things anyway about how the game works. It's still frustrating. I'm still concerned that this first campaign level is just a bit too grindy for me. Getting up to an 85, again, no increase in my relationship. Am I just supplying them with bad beer? Is that the trouble? Yeah, so it's going to take me ages to get to that 85. So if I get anywhere close to that, I'll carry on playing the game for a bit more. If I get anywhere close to that, we will come back with another video and see what the next challenge is once we've got a permanent contract. Certainly seeing as we've missed our objectives of getting a gold or a silver reward. I'm not sure. Do they tell you what you get? Yeah, if you receive a silver or gold reward for completing a task early, you get new beer style recipes. Yeah, I'm not doing that, not getting that. So I think we did that for the 5 contracts. We got a new beer style, which I think was the wheat wine, something like that. Anyway, yeah, so that's it for me. Thank you so much for joining me for this episode of Microbrewery Tycoon. If you've enjoyed this, I'll be great to hear from you. A little bit of a like would be lovely. Even better, if you've got anything to say about what I'm doing with the game, any hints and tips will be very gratefully received to get me through to the next stage of this game. Then please do just drop a note into the comments box below. That would be awesome. Other than that, of course, if you've not already subscribed to the channel, you could do that now. And that way you'll know when I upload another one of these or any of my other Let's Play videos. But from me, Ajaxpost, here in Microbrewery Tycoon. Until +1! Until next time, bye-bye for now.